Hello everybody. Today I want to explain the chapter that is coal and petroleum, chapter 5. Okay. So what are coal? Actually coal and petroleum both are the natural resources and these are known as fossil fuels. Why these are known as fossil fuels? One, what are fossils? Actually fossils are obtained from dead and decaying organic matter of living organisms. Okay, that may be plant or may be animals. Now these are known as fossil fuels because these are found because of the fossils of the animals or plants. Okay, now these petrol, coal, petroleum, coal and natural gas, these all are natural resources and fossil fuels. So today we will start the chapter coal and petroleum, and we will discuss all the definitions which are coming in this chapter in detail, and both fuels, that is coal and petroleum, in detail form. Okay, so let us start the resources. What are resources? Anything in the environment which we can use it or which can be used, that is known as resources. So you can write the resources. What are resources? Anything in the environment or in environment which can be used or which can be used, you can write which can be used is known as resources or resource. Now these resources are of two types. They may be natural resources or they may be man-made, that is synthetic resources. Okay, so that natural resources are obtained from the nature, means if something that is given by the environment, then it is known as natural resources, and that is not given by the environment, means we should made it, we can make it, then human being can prepare that resource, that is known as man-made resources. So resources are of two types, that is natural resources and man-made resources. Natural resources and man-made, that are also known as artificial resources. So man-made resources. In this chapter we will discuss about the natural resources. Natural resources, mainly these are of two types. What are these two types? And natural resources are obtained from nature. So you can write the definition that these natural resources or the materials which are obtained from nature are known as natural resources. Okay, natural resources are of two types or categorized in two categories, that is inexhaustible resources and exhaustible resources. These means their names give their definitions. What is the name here? Inexhaustible means it is present in unlimited stock. Unlimited, these resources are those which are present in unlimited form, and if we will use them, then they are not exhaust by using us or by consumption by consumed by us. But if we are using these exhaustible resources continuously, then they can be exhaust by human activities or by human consumption, they will be finished they will be completely finished. It means these are present in limited stock. Okay, so these are present in the limited form. Exhaustible resources are present in limited form. For we can write the examples of also. For inexhaustible, the examples are air and sunlight. Air and sunlight, we can use lot of air and sunlight, but it will be not completely used up. It will remain in our nature. Why? Because it is present in unlimited form. But exhaustible resources are present in limited quantity, so they can be completely used up by us. For example, forest, wildlife. Okay, so these are exhaustible resources. Got it? If we will use the forest, if we will use that wildlife or animals, then they can be exhaust or they will be totally lost, because these are present in the limited form. But inexhaustible resources are present in unlimited form. For example, air and sunlight. So they are not completely consumed by us. That means they will not loses by the human activities. They will remain for the future use. But if we will use them exhaustible material continuously, we are using them, then they can be completely, they will be finished, or they cannot be remain for the future use. And that another example I have already told you, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are also exhaustible resources, because when they will form, these coal means we can say that it will be formed thousands of years or millions of years. That coal, petroleum and natural gas, they are taking too much time for the formation. We will not able to form them. They will form by the natural activities, by the nature only. For example, the coal is formed, it will be take 300 million years. So 300 million years or more than that, after that it will form. It means we need such time for the formation of these sources. That's why they will be exhaust. If we are using them unlimitedly, then they will be finished. They will not remain for the future use. So that's why they are exhaustible resources. Got it? Now we can take these are the fuels actually, coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are the fuels. Fuels are those substances which produces heat and light. Okay, so these are the fuel. If we will provide that oxygen, then they will burn, or by the burning or by the combustion they will produce heat and light. So that heat and light we are using them, that's why these are fuels. Now what are fossils? And these are coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are known as fossils or fossil fuels. Actually, what are fossils? Fossils are mainly, fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter of living organism. Okay, so fossils and fuels, fossil fuels are those fuels which are obtained from the fossils. That's why fossil fuels. Now we can write another topic, that is fossil. What are fossils? So, and what are fossil fuels? So you can write fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter Organic matter means they are obtained from the plants or animals. Organism will help them. Okay, so that are dead and decaying organic matter. So these fossils are formed by thousands or millions of years. Okay, so fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter which are just decomposed under the earth, and it will be formed, change into that fossils. And fossils, if these fossils are converted into the fuel, then they are said to be fossil fuels. For example, that by the carbonization process the coal is formed. Actually the coal is formed by the dead and decaying plants. That plants are big, whole the wetlands or the forest will be just decomposed because of the flooding or some volcanic eruption or any other calamity, mainly because on any other disaster. Then what happen, this whole forest will be dumped into the earth, and by day by day, every day it will be formed layer by layer. Opposite depositions will be taking place, and around 300 million years ago this will be happen. Okay, now after that what happen, that remains will be going under the earth, it will be under the crust. Then during the high temperature and pressure, that wood is converted into the coal, or that vegetation is converted into coal. So by this process the coal is formed. So coal is formed by the carbonization process, and carbonization is a slow process which will convert the wood into coal or vegetation into coal. Okay, so such type of definition you can write. And fossil fuels are those fuels which are obtained from the fossils. And what are fossils? Fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter of the living organisms. Okay, that living organism may be plant or may be animal. So these fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter. Okay, you can write that also, or you can write the another definition, that is you can write that the materials of biological origin occurring within the earth crust. You can write that also. The materials fossils, you can write that. So I think you can write the another definition that is easy for you. Okay. Fossils, so you can write that also. Ki fossils are the dead and decaying organic matter which are formed biological under the earth crust. Now you can write the fossil fuels, that will be better for you. Fossil fuels, that is present in our syllabus also. What are fossil fuels? So you can write that fossil fuel, fuels formed by how it will be formed, that I have told you. It will be formed by natural resources with decomposition. Formed by natural resources by decomposition. What is decomposition taking place? What will be decomposed? I have told you what will be decomposed. The vegetation will be decomposed or wood will be decomposed. So decomposition of buried dead organisms. Decomposition of buried dead organisms. Okay, that may be plant or that may be animal. Okay, like that petroleum the petroleum was formed by the marine animals, the small animals, and along with the plant also. But coal is formed by the vegetation or the wood. The wood or forest will be decomposed means around 300 million years ago, and that will be sediment every day, and it will be just converted. This is the slow conversion that is not taking place within the days. It will take long years. It means 300 years, more than 300 years also. Okay, so it will take lot of time. Now we can write the first, that is fossil fuel. Fossil fuels, mainly fossil fuels are three types. Three are we will study in our chapter, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas. But fuels, what are fuels? Actually fuels are those substances which will be produces heat and light during the burning. So these fuels are of three types, that may be solid fuel, liquid fuel and gaseous fuel. Okay, the name itself gives its definition. Solid fuels means the fuel which are in solid form. These are used in the solid form, like coal, like cow dung cake, that will be used as an solid form. Liquid form, you know that kerosene is present in liquid form, so that is liquid fuel. Gaseous fuel that we are using, that biogas is gaseous fuel, or which one fuel? Biogas mainly we are using in the form of gas, so it is an gaseous fuel. Okay, now these are mainly three types of the fuel. Now first we can take the coal. What is coal? Actually coal is the hard black substance which is present in the earth crust. It's very hard. It is hard like a stone. Okay, so you can write that coal. What is coal? Coal, you can write a black rocky substance, rocky substance, and it is an fossil fuel. Okay, it is formed with the help of fossils. So that is mainly used as a fuel. So it is a black rocky substance mainly used as a fuel. So you can write that, mainly used as a fuel, and it is harder as a stone. It's very hard substance like a stone. And coal contains mainly carbon. Carbon is present in the coal, so it contains carbon. Now the quantity of the carbon is present in different form in different types of the coal. So the different 4 types of the coals are found on the earth, that may be peat, lignite, then bituminous. Okay, so these are the, and anthracite. These are the 4 types of the coal which are present on the earth or which are found on earth, and very you can say it's very less carbon content like 10 to 15% present in the coal, that is peat. So peat is not a good coal. If you will burn the peat, it will produces a lot of smoke, so it will pollute our environment also. So the types of coal, you can write types of coal. How many types are there? I told you 4 types are there. First peat, second lignite, then third bituminous, and fourth is anthracite. anthracite. These are the different forms of the coal, and best coal is the anthracite because it contains a lot of carbon, means maximum carbon present in the anthracite and minimum carbon present in the peat. So, peat contains 10 to 15 carbon content, that is why it will produces lot of smoke during the burning, but anthracite contains around 98% carbon. So, it will not produces the lot of smoke, it will be means it will produces very less smoke. So, it is very good and its calorific value is very high. So, best coal is anthracite and rust is peat, okay, because peat produces lot of smoke during the burning. Okay, you can write the carbon content also, how much carbon content is present in these four types of the coals. So, first I told you that peat contains 10 to 15% of carbon. So, you can write that peat contains 10 to 15% of carbon content. Okay, you can write that here 10 to 15% carbon. Okay, then lignite 35 up to 35%, it means 25 to 35%. You can write 25 to 35% carbon is present into it, or carbon content present into the lignite. Okay, that is, and that this one lignite is the lowest rank of coal, and peat, I have told you that peat is the first range of coal and it is the most inferior variety of coal. Inferior means it will produces lot of smoke during the burning. Okay, that is why it is inferior, it is not good, it is very rust type. Or now second will lignite is brown in color, okay, and it has 25 to 35% carbon content present into it, and like peat it also produces lot of smoke, okay, when we will ignited it, and it can be used for the power generation. Now third is bituminous coal. So, bituminous coal contains around 45 to 86 carbon content. Okay. So, you can write 46 to 80% carbon content, 46 to 80% carbon content, you can write that, or 40 to 80 you can write. Okay. And this carbon has 3 times, if we are giving this heat to this carbon, then what's happened, 2 to 3 times heat value it will be more than that lignite, it means it's very inferior, more than that lignite is just less than this peat, it will produces more heat as compared to peat, but bituminous produces more heat as compared to lignite. Okay. And this bituminous has generate that mainly electricity in thermal power stations also, and it is used in the iron industries. And last one, anthracite, it is also called hard coal. This anthracite is also known as hard coal. Okay. And that coal contains about 97% of carbon content. When I told you 98 around it, so 97 to 98% carbon content is present into it. You can write, in some book it will be written that 95 to 98%. Okay, so you will remember that around 97% carbon content is present into it, means carbon is present into it, that carbon present into it. So, maximum carbon present in the anthracite coal. So, it is very good coal and its variety is very good, it's best coal, this anthracite. Okay, and its heating value is lower than bituminous coal. Okay. So, these are the different types of the coal that you can learn, that is inferior, and this anthracite is the best one. Why? Because the quantity of carbon is present, carbon content is more in the anthracite. That's why it is an good or better fuel. So these are the different types of the coal. Then you can learn that now we will start the coal we are doing, but that is given, these are not given in your book, so it's a little bit extra for you. Now that book contains the other topics that we can take these topics. What are these topics? And mainly the coal topic is there, how the coal is heated. The coal is heated in the absence of air, or that is known as destructive distillation method. Okay, so coal we will heat it, then we will provide the heat in the by the process of destructive distillation method. Then what are the byproducts of coal? So products of coal or byproducts of coal, you can write the byproducts of coal. What are the byproducts of coal? Are mainly coke. Coke is the purest form of carbon. Okay, so coke is present, means if we will heat the coal in the absence of air, very strongly we will heat it, then it will produces coke, coal tar and coal gas. Okay, so these are the three byproducts which are produced by the destructive distillation of coal. What is destructive distillation? Actually, destructive distillation is the method or the process in which we will heat the coal in the absence of air. Okay, so that is known as destructive distillation, and due to that, if we are providing that oxygen, then it will be burned, and by burning it will produce a smoke and everything without means sometimes if the peat is there, it will produces more smoke. If anthracite, it will produces less. So like that, if we will heat it, we are not directly heated it, we will heat it in the absence of air, then it will produces these three byproducts: coke, coal gas and coal tar. Okay, so we will take these in detail. And how coal is formed? Coal is formed by the carbonization process. So you can write coal is formed by carbonization. Then what is carbonization? You can write that also. What is carbonization? Carbonization is the slow process of conversion of wood into coal or vegetation into that coal. You can write that. So you can write the carbonization. Carbonization is the slow process. It is slow process because it will take lot of years. So you can write carbonization is the slow process of conversion wood into coal. Conversion is the slow process of conversion of wood into coal, okay, or that vegetation into coal. It will take lot of years, even billions, millions of years it will take. That's why it is a slow process, and that is because it is an exhaustible. Exhaustible means which can be used up, completely used up. If we are using it without, means we are using carelessly, or lot of coal we are using it, then what's happened? It will be finished, so it will be completely used up. That's why it is an exhaustible. And non-exhaustible, that substance which cannot be used up completely. It means it will be remain if you are using it. like we are using daily sunlight. Sunlight will not completely vanished, it will be remain for long time. Okay, it is used for the, it will be remain for the future also. But if we are using the coal carelessly, then it will be not means not remaining for the future use. Okay, that's why it is an unexhaustible. Okay, that's why it is an exhaustible, it will be exhaust, but sunlight will be unexhaustible or inexhaustible, you can write. And inexhaustible, that is also inexhaustible, can be also we can say renewable sources, renew, it will be renew. And unexhaustible, exhaustible, that will be non-renewable. Non-renew means दोबारा से नहीं आएगी, रिन्यू नहीं होगी दोबारा से, गॉट इट. बट रिन्यूएबल, रिन्यू हो जाएगी, वापस से रिन्यू कर सकते हैं हम, ठीक है. सो रिन्यूएबल एंड नॉन रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्सेज भी बोलते हैं इनको, एग्जॉस्टेबल एंड इनएग्जॉस्टेबल को, ठीक है. सो टाइप्स ऑफ कोल वी हैव डन. Now carbonization process, you can understood what is carbonization. It is a slow process of conversion of wood into coal. So that is known as carbonization. And how coal is formed? Coal is formed by the slow process. That process is known as carbonization. Okay. 4 types of coal you have done.